Looks like God Goku is the Saiyan Day unit, but what could he possibly do? How's it, everybody? Celtic Link here. We're back for another Dokkan battle video. In today's video, we are taking a look at Global Dokkan's hint for the Saiyan Day unit and talking about my prediction for what I think this God Goku is gonna look like. So let's go ahead, let's waste no time, let's hop on in. So earlier today, Global Dokkan Twitter tweeted out this image as a teaser for what's to come on Saiyan Day. Now, unfortunately, unlike the JP Twitter that has been tweeting out these really cryptic tweets we went over in a video yesterday, Global just straight up gave away the answer. You can see here that this is Bulma's house from the Battle of Gods movie, and we know it's from the Battle of Gods movie because we can see the bingo stage and all of Bulma's party set up down here in the bottom right hand corner. So, I mean, this all but confirms that all of the other theories that were out there prior to today were not the case, and it is in fact more than likely God Goku for the Saiyan Day unit. So with that, instead of doing more speculation and more playing around with the hits on the JP Twitter, which were fun, by the way, I enjoyed those, we're going to go ahead and give ourselves a concept for what a Saiyan Day God Goku unit could look like. So we're going to head over here to this little concept creation I made. Now, I want to throw out here, I've mentioned this before, I'm not the best at concepts for Dokkan characters. There might be something I'm missing here, might be something I'm overlooking, or something I gave him that might just make him a little too broken. So feel free to give me some feedback in the comments down below. It's something I want to continue working on because I had a little fun putting this together and I would like to make more of these. So let's go ahead, hop in. I believe this will be an AGL Super Saiyan God Goku. I believe his leader skill, or I would like his leader skill, to be Legendary Existence, Goku's Family, and Realm of Gods. I really think one of the best things they could have done with this 200% meta is give more characters the 3 initial 170 leader skill. This gives so much to the ability to mix and match your teams and create bigger categories or bigger groups of characters on a 200% skill, especially when you consider that since it is the Saiyan Day unit, I went ahead and gave him Pure Saiyans and Battle of Fate for his secondary category. Obviously, Battle of Fate makes sense. Most God Gokus from the movie or from this arc are on Battle of Fate, and because he's Pure Saiyan, it is the Saiyan Day unit, may as well give him the Pure Saiyans for his 30%. This leader skill will basically cover all Z Brolys, all Gokus, all God Gokus. It'll cover every Goku and Bardock since they are on Goku's family. And then with Realm of Gods and Pure Saiyans, we'll cover most Vegetas from Dragon Ball Super. So I think it's a pretty decent leader skill setup. I've seen a few other mix and matches around there, but I wanted to try something different. But bottom line, I do think Legendary Existence and Realm of Gods are going to be in there somewhere, along with the Battle of Fate. I feel like those ones are pretty solid, and then whatever else they decide to slot in will be different. But that's the leader skill I came up with for him, and I feel like it covers a pretty good chunk of characters. Plus, with the Goku's Family and Battle of Fate, that covers Fizz Ultimate Gohan, which is what I was really trying to go for there. So I think it'll work. So with his super attack, I wanted to give him the Limit Breaker Kamehameha. I need him on Kamehameha category. It's such a hugely important category for Goku's to be on. So I went ahead and gave him the Limit Breaker Kamehameha. This is the same one, by the way, as this one here. Yes, no, this one. Yes, this God Goku. I wanted them to reuse this. They have shown they've shown that they're willing to reuse certain animations and rework them, so maybe reworking the Limit Breaker Kamehameha for this new God Goku, so that way he can be on the category, because it will help him out a lot. But I want it to greatly raise his attack and raise his defense for 1 turn. I only need him to raise defense for 1 turn. Heck, he probably doesn't even need it when you see the way I set up his passive through the rest of it, but I think the greatly raising attack will help him. Most other God Gokus, aside from the new Easy 8 int God Goku, tend to be defensive. Like, you think the Tech God Goku, he's very, very defensive. I want this God Goku to not only be defensive, but able to put out some damage as well. So let's go ahead and look at what he's doing, right? His passive, I'm going to call it Powered Gifted through Ritual, and it activates an entrance animation once only and gives him defense 318% for 3 turns. So that is a huge defensive buff, which will help him out a lot in most content, being especially when you consider what else he's doing in the build that I'm going to give him throughout this. So I figure the entrance animation is going to basically be, where is it here? The God Ritual right here. Basically it'll have everybody step in, they'll perform the God Ritual, and then it'll have Goku ascending into the Super Saiyan God form as his entrance animation. May as well do it. We're probably never going to get another God Goku again, at least for quite some time, so may as well give the entrance animation to this one. I don't think it should be that bad. Once he's on, though, right, I want him to be able to guard all attacks as the first attacker in the turn, so it does limit him to slot 1, but in most of the teams you're going to want to run him in. You're going to want to run him next to other Super Saiyan Realm of Gods, or, you know, maybe next to the LR Gods. You're going to want him in slot 1 anyway, so I'm just going to go ahead and put him with guard all attacks in slot 1. Who knows, maybe they just won't give him that condition at all and it'll just be guard all attacks, but I'm imagining there'll probably be something, right? So he'll guard all attacks as the first attacker in a turn. He will raise his attack per attack received up to 70%. That's actually supposed to be 18%, right? With the play on the Saiyan Day, I wanted him to raise 18% per attack received. He'll also gain an additional attack 180% and reduce damage received by 50% if he's facing a Realm of Gods, movie boss, or exploding rage category enemies, right? These are 3 major categories for Beerus's, but it also covers quite a few other enemies you might be facing, right? 3 red zone bosses would be covered by this. Exploding rage would cover if we end up getting some kind of like Beerus red zone or something. That would cover him as well, along with the Realm of Gods. This would actually cover 2 of the Goku event, the Goku and the Vegeta event, and any other super class events we may ever get, right? We'll probably eventually get some version of Red Zone for Superclass where we're fighting a UI Goku and an SSBE Vegeta, so having the Realm of Gods piece on there might be helpful. I didn't think they would do it like the Tech God Goku over here, this guy. I don't think they would do it like him versus movie bosses or pure Saiyans, like how he is in his Extreme Z Awakened form, simply because, well, he didn't really fight a pure Saiyans. And I also didn't think they would ever do anything like this with the 77% damage reduction. I felt like I think they know they kind of broke things when they made this guy, and so I don't think we're ever going to see anything like that. So I feel like it might just be something as simple as that. And then when you consider that he's also guarding attacks, right, the 50% actually isn't too bad, right? So this is kind of what I think. It's a very basic passive. Let me know what you think of it in the comments, but I feel like it'll work out. Like I said, with the extra attack he's receiving and the defense, he should be defensive enough to tank most hits with the extra percentage base on top of TUR stats, and then raising the attack up to 70 over. By the end of it, he should, along with greatly raising his attack on Super, he should be pretty. He should be hitting pretty hard, and I feel like this is a good setup for him if they did a God Goku, I would want him to be something like this. So, moving on, I have a feeling he's going to have a standby skill, and I do hope that it is the stop destroying my world, or I'm not going to let you destroy my world bit, this little bit right here. I feel like this is going to be the standby skill, so whatever it is, it'll be God Goku entering some sort of defensive stance. There may not even be like too much to do about it. It may just be him, right, sort of like getting into a stance or something, and then it'll just be him taking attacks, right? Like if you remember from the movie, like, yeah, God Goku was kind of keeping up with Beerus, but he was also kind of taking a beating up until this point, especially once he loses the... Well, actually, you know what? That's probably what it'll be, right? It'll be him losing the God transformation and then entering the defensive stance, and then he'll basically go into his standby skill, right? So the way I see it is it'll be activated 59% or less. It's a Goku. Come on, that's probably what it's going to be. So activated 59% or less, starting from the 4th turn from the start of battle. So you can have the HP condition, right? Or you can just kick it off in turn 4. But I do feel like it'll be something like that, like the D transformation out of the God transformation, and then he'll just kind of be in base form. So he'll have base form Goku links at that point, and then his skill, he won't be able to attack until he finishes the activation of the skill. But while in that skill, he gets defense 59% to 59% for 4 turns. He's guarding all attacks, and I wanted to give him a buff to allies. Now on JP, the other character with the standby skills raises allies attack. And now I didn't want to give him that, although it would be cool to have another character that raises attack by 90%, but I went ahead and just gave him some support by giving him raises allies defense by 60%. Since it is a Dokkan Festival, I figured, you know, let's have some fun. Let's give him 60%, since this is only a phase that lasts for a couple of turns. Give him 60% defense. I doubt for Dokkan Festival they'll go the full 90 like the LR Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta and GT Goku, so this is what I went with. But you know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's something even better, or maybe there's none at all. And then when he finishes the activation, right? So the way standby skill works, for those that weren't aware, is basically for 4 turns you are guarding. You can't attack, but you can absorb ki, right? And the more ki you build, the stronger the final attack gets. So that's the idea behind here. So once you pick up all your ki that you can get, the ki spheres, you'll increase the attack by 318%, since it is the Saiyan Day unit. I figured they'd do that, and I doubt they would do the full 500 like the 2 LRs get. They get a 500% increase when they finish triggering it, but I imagine that for these guys it'll probably be something like 318%, since it is the Saiyan Day unit, right? When it's triggered, and then he launches this attack here, right? He'll go into this, he'll attack Beerus with some massive blow, and then transform into Super Saiyan, right? So he'll finish the battle in Super Saiyan form, is the way I figure it would work. So that way you kind of go through the entire arc of the movie with this card, right? You start with the entrance animation, entering the God form, enter your standby skill by losing the God form, and then finishing off with absorbing the God into Super Saiyan. So I kind of hope this is how it works. It'd be a little fun to have a unit that works this way, especially one that is, you know, pretty defensive, but also can hit back really hard. I didn't want to go the dodge route like this one here, like the Int God Goku, simply because you know, I figured more people would favor a strongly defensive unit over a unit that can dodge. Although, you know, maybe he's a dodging character. Great chance of dodge, who knows? But this is what I went with. His links will be typical God Goku links, right? So Saiyan Warrior Race, Godly Power, Super Saiyan, Prepared for Battle, Over in a Flash, Warrior Gods, and Fierce Battle is more than likely going to be his link set, which is pretty much the link set of the other 2 God Gokus, minus legendary power, right? And categories, he's going to be on Power of Wishes, Realm of Gods, Pure Saiyans, Movie Heroes, Goku's Family, Turtle School, Legendary Existence, Bond of Friendship, Accelerated Battle, Power Beyond Super Saiyan, Bond of Parent and Child, Earthbred Fighters. He won't actually be on Superheroes, now that I think about it, since this will be from the Battle of Gods movies, but he will be on Kamehameha. Forgot to add that. So this is kind of my idea for a God Goku. I think it could be fun. I think it could be there's a lot they could do with this guy, and they need to make him good, because I feel like we're not going to get another God Goku anytime soon. Plus, whatever EZAs come our way during this time, hopefully there's some other God Gokus, and they end up working really well on this guy's team. So, anyways, guys, that is the video. That is my concept for a Saiyan Day God Goku. Hopefully you guys liked the concept. If you did, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel in the comment and let me know in the comments down below what you guys thought of this concept, and if you have any changes, or if I kind of majorly messed something up, you know, let me know. I'm not opposed to making some changes here. So anyways, guys, if nothing else, thanks for watching, and aloha.